Today is chicken processing day. We have 31 Freedom Ranger birds that we're gonna process them and put them in our freezer. This will be my 5th straight year of processing chickens. The first time I did it was about 5 years ago at a farm in Temecula, California called Primal Pastures. It was right around when we were starting talking about homesteading, and we found out about that workshop, and I figured, like, if we were ever gonna do something like this, you know, I would want to raise my own meat birds. So I figured I might as well get familiar with actually processing them and raising them. This is the first time we're doing it on this scale, really, like by ourselves. It's been 10 weeks with these birds from day one. You know, I'm gonna be honest, it is a little bit emotional for me to process these birds. I mean, I felt it last year mainly because that was the first time actually raising meat birds from when they were babies until we're ready to process them, like from day one all the way to from start to finish. And just to see that process and just to like care for these birds and just feed them, you know, good food, move them out on grass, you know, they get the sunshine, the bugs, fresh water, you know, and then we process them. It's a weird feeling. Every time that we have processed birds, like on workshops or other farms, it's been nothing but respect for these birds. Every single time we would start out, we would pray. Like, we would just give thanks to these birds and say thank you for providing food for our families. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I think it's a beautiful thing to do. You know, it's just part of life. If you buy meat at the grocery store, somebody has to do this. And I just thought, you know, I want to be the one to do it. I want to be the one to raise them. I want to know what they're eating. I didn't pump them with vaccines or steroids. I just wanted a real, honest bird. Now, we didn't grow up like on a farm or around chickens at all. Like I said, I barely had my first chicken 5 years ago when I did a processing workshop. But when we started talking about homesteading, and we knew like this is raising our own meat birds is something that we wanted to do for ourselves. So I knew we had to educate ourselves on what's the proper way to raise these chickens. You know, took workshops, read books, and I knew like one day I was gonna teach others how to do it. And that's what we did yesterday. We helped our friends Stacy and Jeff process their birds, and it was a good day. It went really well. We're back at it again today, gonna process our birds. I'm guessing maybe about 6 hours it's gonna take us. I'm hoping 4, but it'll probably be more like 6 to 8. But let's see how it goes. And we have a long day ahead of us. I ended up renting a plucker. Now, that's what's great about this community. I put a post on Facebook saying we're looking for a plucker, and we rented this one that a fellow homesteader actually made. I didn't want to do these chickens by plucking them by hand. That just wasn't gonna happen. So to get this I'm so thankful for that. But I think this thing's really neat. I mean, he made this thing. And so the idea here is you throw the chicken in here, it spins, and these little rubber fingers just grab the feathers and pull them right off in like a matter of seconds. That chicken has no feathers. So really neat. I'm glad we got that. 31 pasture-raised chicken. You know, that took us about 5 hours. I'm really happy about that. Our friends came down and their kids helped us, and it was a really great day. It's a lot of work, but now we have a freezer of really true, honest, farm-to-table food. You know, it's always hard to do this. It's not easy. It's not easy to, you know, process a chicken. These chickens are providing food, the most healthiest food for our family, and that makes it all worthwhile. I mean, just the feeling of when we cook one of these birds and we're eating this bird, and we're also eating food from our garden that we grow ourselves. Honestly, there's nothing better than that. I mean, that's what it's all about, homesteading, and that's why we're here. I mean, just because we know where our food comes from. We grew it. This week has been so crazy, between the bus conversions and, you know, me making some other things from our website, and then processing the chickens. This was like the end of the week of like, wow, like this week has just been so hectic. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm happy to share these thoughts with you guys. Whether my thoughts resonate with you at all, I don't know. But I appreciate you guys watching, and let's just keep moving, let's keep doing it, and we'll see you guys next time.